Let me just...
If fish can live underwater, then so can I.
Don't let go, Jack.
You know, you could easily just budge up. I mean, there's clearly enough space for the both of us on there.
Goodbye, Jack.
I mean, we could actually just alternate spots. Like, if I was out of the water for a few minutes, I think I'd actually survive.
I'll miss you.
Nah, Leonardo DiCaprio is Jack Dawson, a penniless loser with an uncanny ability to draw boobies. Kate Winslet is Rose DeWitt Bakatia, a rich socialite who's ready to fall in love with that penniless loser. And finally, Clive Palmer, the morbidly obese mining magnate trying to bring them together. Titanic II, Revenge of the Iceberg. Titanic II, Electric Boogaloo. Too fast, too Titanic, with a vengeance. Fucking Titanic, this time it's personal. Let me just get this sorted out. Thank you for joining us. If there's one thing I know about us Australians, is that we don't learn from our mistakes. And I know this because there are still people out there who listen to Clive Palmer. Thank you, Steve. So with that being said, I'm proud to announce that we're going to do the Titanic all over again. No, not the film, the boat. The Titanic was a large, very successful ocean liner that set sail from England to New York, and the first 3 days of its maiden voyage were utterly blissful. Beautiful weather, a buffet, a hot tub, some nice views. The fourth day of the voyage was slightly less successful. Everybody always focuses on what happened on the fourth day of the voyage, but those first 3 days, what a treat for the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do it all over again. I would like to present the man of the hour, the only person legally and morally responsible for whatever happens, Mr. Clive Palmer. Yeah, fuck yes. Alright then. Let me just... how do I back this? Press the red button. How do I go full screen? Just press the red button. Here we go.
Travellers in time, why build the Titanic? Why go to the moon? Why does Cambridge play Oxford? Why did Cook discover Australia? Because they could, and they can, and we can build the Titanic. We can bring to life the vision of so many people, artisans, artists, musicians, designers, seamen, stewards, men, women and children who sailed on the Titanic. By learning from the lessons of the past, the spirit of Rose and Jack, Romeo and Juliet, lives in all of us. The spirit of life, the spirit of love, to dream the impossible dream. All of us live in time. This is our moment. It's our turn to board Titanic II and set sail on a new sea of our own making. The Titanic was the ship of dreams. Titanic II is the ship where dreams will come true.
For anyone who doesn't actually know who Clive Palmer is, he's a rogue, vagabond politician. He's like Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio, just slightly fatter and slightly sadder. In many ways, he isn't actually like Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio. In fact, I'd actually say that he's closer to Jonah Hills, but not, skinny Jonah Hills. Like, imagine Jonah Hill got rid of the fat, and then just whatever left over is Clive Palmer. Like many of Australia's richest cunts, Clive Palmer likes to sell Australian natural resources to China at a great expense to the environment. He actually realised that this was the perfect experience for government, so he ran as a Member of Parliament for about 4 years. He reminds me of that other billionaire turned politician whose name eludes me for some reason. And for whatever reason, he's gonna launch the Titanic again. We all know the story, the infamous story of the Titanic. 1912, one of the biggest ocean liners ever, set sails from London to New York. However, the guys whose job it was to look at icebergs got distracted by Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio making out, which resulted in 1,500 people having a real bad case of the Mondays. It was realized from that point onwards the dangers of placing private citizens in dangerous waters, as well as the danger of having so few lifeboats. And this led to significant change in the nautical industry. But Clive Palmer, Clive Palmer doesn't play by your fucking rules. One time, and for legal reasons I should probably say this didn't actually happen, but one time, I was walking down the street, minding my own business, and I kid you not, I saw Clive Palmer at a kid's birthday party eating a piñata. All the other kids were just eating the candy on the ground, but this dude was off the fucking chain. He was just stuffing his mouth with cardboard and plastic. I swear I saw his mouth unhinged like an anaconda at one point. It was pretty crazy, and slightly arousing. The Titanic 2.0 was set to set sail in the year 2016. It's now 2021 and construction has yet to be started, which is always such a good sign for startups. I can imagine that the Titanic 2.0 will end up something like the Ouya, in that it will be underdeveloped and underperforming. Maybe it doesn't make sense to compare an ocean liner with a failed Android console, but if you think about it, nothing about recreating the Titanic actually makes sense. I just feel like it's a pretty obvious way to lose money. It would be like spending $83 million on an election just to lose spectacularly. Isn't that right, Dumbo?
Hi, it's Clive here. Everybody knows that public service has no reward, and the most important thing is that we help each other. I'm very concerned about
people being mean to me.
Proposing, and we all know that a
ship sinking
is the policy of the
iceberg.
While people may want to make fun of me or have a go at me personally, that's not the issue.